Now, the team of doctors that was sent to fight COVID-19 in the Western province is back in May has now returned to Kigali. Rusizi District Treatment Centers, one of the worst affected districts in the entire country, at one point have not registered new coronavirus cases for the last 2 weeks. New infections have also been on the decline countrywide, but top officials in the Ministry of Local Government argue that this is no reason for people to become complacent about the pandemic.
Murakoze cyane nkuko mubivuze nibyo ingingo ebyiri zikomeye cyambere nuko mu ntara y'Iburengerazuba cyane cyane by'umwihariko.
Thank you very much. What you just said is true concerning those two very important points. The first being that in the Western province, especially Rusizi district, our efforts have paid off and COVID appears to have been defeated in that district in particular, with recoveries registered, but that is not enough because the pandemic is still in the country. Yes, on your second point, figures have been falling countrywide, but we have seen this happen in other countries only for people to become complacent in the virus to make a comeback, pitting the country in a far worse situation than it was before, with a spike in new infections. That is why we are calling on the general public not to become complacent. Measures are generally being respected. The wearing of face masks, respecting curfew hours and social distancing. But recently, in the last 3 or 4 days, we have seen people relaxing on those measures, especially in public places like markets where some are no longer respecting social distancing. Then there are restaurants that have become like bars. That must stop. Also, educated people have been hugging each other in public, shaking hands and taking group photos when they should be the ones giving others an example of how to protect themselves. We are warning people who do such things in hotels and restaurants and calling on owners of such establishments to stop such behavior from occurring under their roofs. Otherwise, they too will be held liable. The general public must work with us to stop such behavior because this is a critical time as we prepare to progressively reopen schools through the end of this month and the next, so that by the time all schools reopen, we find that we have defeated the virus in the entire country, as we did in Rusizi. If we become complacent, then we will backslide and return to difficult times. We can defeat it over the next 4 weeks, but it will require discipline. You, the media, should help us get the message out that we do not want to see fresh infection spikes or people not respecting the measures, especially in Kigali, which is the capital city and the gateway into the country.
Turagira ngo kapitali y'u Rwanda itaza guhinduka ahantu tubangamira cyangwa se tutubahiriza amabwiriza yo kwirinda iki cyorezo kandi ari amarembo y'igihugu.